presented by Sprite, the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. And coming right up, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Washington Wizards. Well, for Washington, there's been a lot of discussion about them in the offseason, and even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, watching the teams take the court for the first time. That Washington Wizards backcourt, Wall and Beal, man, are they something to see.
Well, Ernie, any team with Wall is going to be fast. And Beal, let's not sleep. He's sneaky fast. Nobody in the NBA can match their quickness. Their speed drives the Wizards.
Let me just say this. When those guys are on the floor, don't blink. You might miss them. Okay, maybe not my best stuff. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Shooting guard, 6 feet 7 inches, number 21, Andre Roberson. Man in the middle, at 7 foot 0 inches, number 12, Steven Adams. And forward, 6'10" from the Congo, number 9, Serge Ibaka. And forward, 6'9" from Texas, number 35, Kevin Durant. And at guard, 6'3" from UCLA, number 0, Russell Westbrook. Scott Brooks is your head coach.
And it's the Wizards on the road for this one with an interconference game today. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. I'm Kevin Harlan.
This is Kevin Durant. Welcome to 2KU. In NBA 2K15, mastering the timing of your player's signature shots is more important than ever before. Now you, as the gamer, have complete control over how effective your shooters are from the field.
It'll be the Wizards off the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Washington, Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Pierce and Nene filling up the forward spots. And it's Gortat in at the center, filling out the middle. And Wall with the slam.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Execute it to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Well, unless you're the team getting dunked on, of course. Well, the Wizards signed John Wall to that max contract extension last season, and he rewarded them. Made his first All-Star game appearance and led the team back to the playoffs for the first time in 6 seasons.
Bangs home the trifecta. Wall's got 5 now.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
Left side Adams, outside Durant. He dishes it to Robertson. Back to Durant. Clock at 4. Pass to Ibaka. Stolen by Pierce. Stolen by Durant. Out to the right wing. Robertson dishes to Ibaka. Down low. Stolen by Pierce. Now Gortat. And Beal kicks to Wall. Wall draws the double. To the middle. It's tipped. Beal, the pass to Pierce. Just 5 on the clock. The dish to Gortat. And the layup's good off the glass.
And Wall finally adding a consistent three-pointer to his arsenal last season. He shot almost 4 threes a game and made them at a 35% clip.
Here's Roberson. Back to Westbrook. Will it go? Shoots it up. Washington with the rebound. It's Beal on the wing. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Here's Durant. The 15-footer, good. And Steve, defenders can't just go under on screens any longer defending John Wall.
Yeah, that outside shot keeps defenders honest, and it opens up driving angles and passing lanes for John Wall, who's one of the most explosive players in the league.
Here's Beal. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. And the shot's good from Nene.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%, can't do better than that.
Heaves it up. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see 2 tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
And, of course, you look at the numbers. John Stockton with 3,265 steals over his career. Really a crazy number, averaged over 2 a game, and even in his later years, he was a threat in that regard.
Robertson dishes to Ibaka. Here's Adams, an amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Wall up top. He's got 5. He feeds it to Pierce. From outside, off the mark.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back.
You know, Steve, a lot of teams look at this Thunder franchise as a model, of how to go about building a team that can compete for a title through the NBA draft.
Well, it's a good model to follow, but you need some luck, Kevin. I mean, Kevin Durant fell into their lap. If they don't get the second pick in the lottery, and if Greg Oden doesn't go first to Portland, none of this happens. So, yeah, great planning, and they've had a terrific effort to put all this together, but it really comes back to getting Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook.
Now, here is Ibaka, and that's going to be a treble. And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there for the Wizards. Wizards leading by 5.
You know, going back to touch again on the Thunder, really you couldn't have asked for a better scenario for a small market team to put together a roster like this. I mean, your core pieces, your cornerstone pieces, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, Serge Ibaka, are all relatively young in their careers and seem to enjoy playing for each other. So they're going to be good for a long time.
Here's Morrow. It's rebounded by Seraphin. Wizards have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Here's Butler. Finished off the break. Butler's got his first points in this one.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question. Well, they did have to deal with some small market repercussions, though. The Thunder, I'm talking about, they couldn't afford to pay James Harden. They had to make that trade. And I think they've dealt with it really well. They've added some nice pieces, and the Thunder, obviously, still one of the elite teams in the NBA.
Now here is Augustine. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Morrow kicks to Waiters. 5 on the clock. Here's Cantor. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Porter, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
That free throw, no good. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Thunder trailing by 5. Augustine passes to Cantor, and it's Augustine atop the key. Washington with the rebound. In transition, here come the Wizards. Orders running, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Augustine from outside, and that's not going to go. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Wizards lead by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
Yeah, the defense has been terrific. They came out right from the beginning, alert and focused. And they've been really good at that end of the floor.
And I think Coach has to be pleased with the effort, Steve.
Thunder trailing by 5. Durant and Collison at the 3 and the 4. Dion Waiters is out there with DJ Augustine. And it's Cantor in at the 7. It's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Washington's turnaround last year was in part in how they played on the road.
Yeah, they went from being a joke on the road, a non-factor really in 2013, to one of the better road teams in 2014. As a matter of fact, in the playoffs, they blitzed the Bulls on the road in that first round series. Good point. Now Humphries following Durant's three-point attempt. To the paint. Here's Augustine. Soft touch off the glass. Augustine's got 4 points this quarter.
Can't pass up that kind of look.
And so it's Washington with it. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Beal up top. He's guarded by Waiters. 6 to shoot. Beal dishes to Sessions. Wants to get it to Serafin and does. That's good. And the Wizards lead by 3.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Pass to Cantor. Peters on the wing. There's the triple. That doesn't go either for Durant.
Defense didn't give him any space there.
In transition, here come the Wizards. And he gets it to go. Now it's a 5-point Washington lead.
Beautiful ball movement again.
Last 5 trips, they've all ended with a great pass leading to a basket, Steve. I mean, they are really sharing the basketball.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Steve, Kevin Durant, truly one of the best scorers, and the statistics would show that league-wide every year, and last season's MVP.
Well, he's improved his game in pretty much every category, whether it's rebounding, ball handling, passing, defense. Incredible to see a player who was already historically great just take his game to another level.
That free throw, no good.
And with Kevin Durant, his goal is to become the greatest player in NBA history. Nothing less. That's what he's striving for. He sees that potential in himself, believes it is there, and I think that motivates him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Ibaka comes in for Nick Collison. Roberson, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Augustine. Stolen by Westbrook. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Gentlemen, Scott Brooks is very close with his star, Kevin Durant, but that doesn't mean he gets any free perks at KD's restaurant in Bricktown. Brooks said, I get nothing. I mean, give me a dessert, the peach cobbler, something, a sweet tea. You know, this guy's cheap. That's one thing about KD. For 7 straight years, he's been cheap. Kevin, over to you.
He stays consistent, Doris. Very efficient. Thank you.
What I see with Durant, he's fallen in love with the process of becoming great. The hard work isn't so hard for him because he truly enjoys the process of working to get better at basketball. Gortat never really felt at home in Phoenix, it seemed, but he got a lot of his bounce back to his step when he was traded to the Wizards, where he was really a great fit alongside that young backcourt.
And the Wizards trading Emeka Okafor and a draft pick for Gortat. Clark seemed like a pretty good move at the time.
Yeah, you know, Okafor had that season-ending injury. The Wizards making a push for the playoffs, and they were able to re-sign Gortat this offseason.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And Wall kicks to Pierce. Stolen by Durant. Roberson the pass to Ibaka. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Westbrook.
Man, a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Outside, Wall. Pierce with it. Guarded now by Durant. They double up Pierce. Lock at 6. And here now the Thunder. Well, Thunder have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Roberson dishes to Ibaka. It's Durant on the wing. The shot. That doesn't go either for Durant.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually. That's pretty much been the norm for them. Getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for the Thunder. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Porter's checked in for Bradley Beal. And here's Morrow outside. Rebound, Washington. Nene's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Well, it's been said time and time again that this building is not only one of the loudest in the league, but it most approximates a college environment with the energy, and that's a huge help for the Thunder.
And he gets the bucket. We've got 1:55 left in the first half of basketball. It's Westbrook with the drive. Offline from the top of the key.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
Now here's Porter. He's guarded closely. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Wall. Westbrook double team. To the left wing. That one's good from the corner. Westbrook's got 4 points this quarter.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Wizards leading by 7. And Wall kicks to Porter. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession.
A super defensive play. I mean, if that pass gets through, it's probably 2 points.
And he knew that. He knew if it gets through, it's a score, so that's why he sold out for it and got a hand on it. Boy, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. A hard pick and an assault on the bucket.
Old school stuff there.
Yeah, there was a lot to like on that play.
It's blocked, and that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. Dion Waiters checked in for Roberson. Here's 53 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Waiters, and there's the rejection. And they get it back. Washington with the ball.
Definitely a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Yeah, the wise move would be to find themselves a quick shot right away.
Waiters against Porter from 17 feet out. It's hauled in by Adams.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Waiters with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. For the Thunder, Enes Kanter's checked in for Adams. Allison comes in for Serge Ibaka. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Gortat. Humphries comes in for Nene. Butler, he's checked in for Pierce. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. Dishes it to Serafin. There's the feed to Porter. It's the three-point bomb. Porter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. It's tipped. And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Wizards up by 8. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Bradley, it certainly seemed to be a focus of this team to have a strong first half, which you did. Is this type of intensity something that coaches made a priority?
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to hit them first. We weren't going to check any temperatures, as he said, so we were not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be the aggressor, and we did that.
Well, you imposed your will, Bradley. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter. The second half just about to get going here. Here's Westbrook. And on the floor for Randy Whitman as we get into the second half. Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Nene down low with Gortat. And it's Pierce in at the 3 slot.
Another rebound gobbled up. They are pounding the boards.
And a big part of the lead, guys, is because of the work they've done on the glass. I mean, they have the lead because they've rebounded well.
Paul Pierce, at one time a franchise talent and an elite two-way player, now a self-described role player. He's a heck of a good one, too. A great scorer, shoot, drive, and get to the line.
And Paul Pierce has always loved those elbows.
Yeah, and he's such a good ball handler and so crafty in getting to his spots and able to put the defense on its heels. Not overly athletic. You think about Paul Pierce, he's never one to overwhelm you with athleticism. But man, can he play some basketball. That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
And there's the pass to Gortat. Takes it from 10. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
You know, it's quite surprising to see them leading at this point, given the number of turnovers they've already committed.
No question. There's been some good and some bad from them in the first half, but they need to tighten things up here.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
And that one's good. And the Wizards lead by 12.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Offensive rebound. Here's Ibaka, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Ibaka's got his first 2 points.
They've taken so many shots down there, and they're knocking him down. Really good looks in the paint.
No doubt the offensive philosophy today, pound that thing inside.
Now here's Wall. 7 points in the game. Pierce kicks to Gortat. Back to Pierce. 6 to shoot. Another one falls for Washington. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Thunder trailing by 12.
After a 5-year absence from the playoffs, the Wizards were able to get back into the postseason last year. Big step for the franchise.
Well, the Wizards shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. It's Beal on the wing, beyond the arc. And again, Washington with the triple.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end. I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
Well, the Wizards very high on their young, athletic backcourt of John Wall and Bradley Beal. Both so young and lively. They can run the floor and score. I get the feeling they feel like the backcourt is really the foundation for this franchise moving forward.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Waiters is checked in. Martell Webster, he's checked in for Washington. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. It's stolen by Ibaka. Durant, the pass to Ibaka. Lets it go from the wing. Rebound by the Wizards. Gortat's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Beal with his great outside shooting. A nice compliment to John Wall.
You know, you watch Wall, how much he's improved as a shooter, but he's best really attacking off the dribble. With Beal spacing the floor, I think they make a nice 1-2 punch.
Durant against Nene. Now here's Durant. Not a lot of room. Misses from close range. Wall with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. Outside, Pierce. Nene dishes to Webster. 6 to shoot. No one near Wall as he lets it go. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Wall's got 10 points.
Well, the lead isn't getting any smaller. I mean, this is an incredibly well-rounded performance for this club on the road.
You know, that's the thing, Steve. To dominate as they have in front of a hostile crowd, really impressive.
No good from Durant.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Martell Webster in the 2nd season of a 4-year deal. He signed with the Wizards. He's a really good combo player. He can shoot and he can defend. And with that size on the wing, he becomes a valuable asset to any team.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. That's good.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
And Wall kicks to Pierce. Stolen by Durant. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Gortat. Humphries comes in for Nene. Butler, he's checked in for Pierce. And Sessions subbed in for Webster.
Man, a nice job there defensively, just getting a hand up enough to bother the shot.
Yeah, that was very nice. Impressive. It made it a much more difficult shot.
Now here's Durant. Butler with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. And there's 1:45 left here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Durant. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Durant's got 6. And here are the Wizards now. They're on a 14-6 run. Outside, Wall. Butler in the corner. Back to Wall. Sessions up top. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And he gets it to go. And the Wizards lead by 18.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Now here's Waiters. Pass to Ibaka. Got a piece of it. Humphries with the steal. Wall wide open. Another one falls for Washington.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
Oklahoma City shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Roberson the pass to Durant. From downtown. Again, Durant missing.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
The full-court Hail Mary is offline.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Wall's shot is off.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Time now to reveal our State Farm assist of the game. Today, Steve, it's a big man winning the honor.
And it was a no-brainer. This assist was really out of this world. I mean, he had a great understanding of the situation and where the ball had to go.
Wizards leading by 22. Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Dion Waiters is out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Adams in at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now here's Pierce, and that one's good. Pierce has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Wizards.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
It's Durant on the wing. Pierce covering, and Robertson kicks to Adams. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You heard talk last year of the NBA perhaps considering adding a 4-pointer as a shot. Something you only really see in celebrity games for charity, and it would certainly have had a huge impact if it was implemented, but I think that would be a reach, folks. Let's stay with the 3-point.
Washington with the ball. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Wall dishes to Beal. Back to Wall. It's Beal on the wing. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Robertson. Beal with the steal. And here we go. Washington fast break. Wall with the ball. From about 16, again the Wizards score. And guys, to be clear, that 4-point line was really just something talked about, whispered about. No real traction, as this is even a remote possibility. At one point, however, the same was said about the 3-point shot. And now it's a huge part of the game.
I don't buy it, though, Kevin. I just can't imagine a 4-point shot. It would seem to just destroy everything that had built up over the course of the game if you just allow a guy to shoot a half quarter for 4 points to win the game. I don't see this happening.
Here is Durant. Following the basket by John Wall. And Waiters kicks to Ibaka. Oklahoma City moving it around. 5 to shoot. The wide open look for Durant. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
I wasn't so sure he could get it turned around after that poor first half, but he's got it rolling here a little bit in the second.
Washington calls timeout.
Well, there is a reason they call it Loud City. Oklahoma City, voted by NBA GMs as having the best home court advantage in the NBA. The fans are on top of you and engaged from start to finish.
Now, here is Gortat. Lets it go. And Robertson pulls it down. Roberson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Waiters gets a wide open look. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. 8 points for Dion Waiters.
And the Thunder moving to OKC 6 seasons ago, they've really become part of the fabric of this community. Whether it was assisting in the recovery from the big tornado to helping revitalize downtown. You see how a team can provide a rallying cry for an entire community.
Robertson the pass to Waiters. Durant for 3. Shot is no good. Now the Wizards take it the other way. It's Pierce with the drive. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And for these Oklahoma City fans, Clark, they've certainly had it good. A team that's made the playoffs in all but their first season here. Superstar talent as well.
Yeah, you go back to that inaugural season, Kevin, in OKC, 23 wins. They've been a powerhouse ever since, and the fans now expect this team to not only contend, but to eventually bring home an NBA title.
And here's Wall, following the three from Kevin Durant. And Beal kicks to Wall. Inside. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Got that bucket in no time at all. Durant's got 12 points here in the second half.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
Kicks it to Nene. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Nene, I think, an underrated defensive player. Not a big shot blocker, but he has tremendous size and strength, and he can move laterally. So he can really move and cover the pick and roll and switch on to guards, an effective defender.
And Nene, for his size and agility, at times somewhat disappointing in terms of rebounding the ball. Throughout his career, actually, his rebound rate has fallen steadily over the last 3 years. Maybe injuries a factor in that, but they do need more from him on the glass. This guy knows how to get it done. He knows what he's doing out there. A nice job from the three-point line this half.
And Durant, here we go. Adams dishes to Durant. Excellent D there from Pierce.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
That's good. That's now 8 points here for Beal. You talk about the subtle decline for Nene. Is scoring efficiency, Steve, also taking a turn for the worse over the last couple seasons?
Yeah, still in his early 30s. You know, age shouldn't be that big a factor for a big man, but I guess it's the accumulation of all those injuries, including his knee sprain last season, that may be taking their toll.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. Durant for three. The long distance three is buried.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for the Wizards.
Great, generous ball movement tonight, a thing of beauty.
Yeah, remarkable team effort, Kevin. Everybody got involved, and that paid dividends.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for John Wall. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
Good.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Now here's Durant. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Well, with Russell Westbrook, Clark missing time last season with his knee problems, Kevin Durant had to step up his game, both as a scorer and as a playmaker.
And Kevin, you know, he responded with a historic MVP season, a career high in scoring and assists, all while cutting his rate of turnovers and shooting with remarkable efficiency.
Durant hits them both.
And Durant last season with the longest streak of consecutive 30-point games in over a decade. He got to 12 in a row and only stopped his streak because they were blowing out the Nets on the road in the fourth quarter, and they decided to rest him.
There's the bucket. Good.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
Now here's Waiters. He kicks to Adams. Ibaka right side. Feeds to Durant. Shot clock at 6. That's good.
Looks like they're going to finish strong, but just aren't enough ticks left on the clock.
Well, Steve, it's a good run they're having now, but they just waited too long to have it.
Outside Butler. He dishes it to Humphries. Nice ball movement by Washington. And Butler gets it to go.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
Back to Humphries. Here's Serafin. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, I'm here with Bradley Beal following a confident win. How does it feel to play with such great offensive flow as a team like you did tonight, Bradley?
This is the most fun we had all year. I mean, by far. I mean, the ball was moving on offense. We were playing great team defense and getting out on the break and scoring. And when you're scoring that many points, it's always fun.
Bradley, thank you for the time.